Hello, it's me, French Ted. I don't know if you heard the clap, but I decided to clap. And we are here for the next episode. I think, hold on. So episode 0, and then we had 1 Smackdown 2, 3 Smackdown 4, 5. I think this is episode 5 of our fantasy booking WWE. Nothing's happened since you guys were last here except me booking a new show. We got the news here that Taylor Rotunda, aka Bo Dallas, has been called up to the main roster, only to be sent straight back down. I think I should do the same with Dexter Lumis, shouldn't I? And probably Nikki Cross. Where's Dexter? There we go. We need to change that picture. Let's recall. Bring to main roster. Oh, we pushed him as a main eventer. Oh no. Oh no. He's not going to like... Well, he will like that. Cult follower. I mean, I'm just going to leave the gimmick. But we need to change the picture. It is Samuel Shaw. Which picture? That one. Not that one. Not that one. There we go. That'll do. Okay, cool. And then Center Developmental. Bye-bye. It's so funny. It's annoying that you have to call them up. Like, you can't do anything here. But you can change their name. That's true. You can't change their picture, which I think is silly. Or their gimmick or anything. Unless I'm doing something wrong. Because you've just got these developmental settings. Oh, Rusev. We probably shouldn't push Rusev, should we? We should probably push someone like Obafemi. I mean, he's going to get pushed anyway. He's the champ. Trick? I don't know. Although, I do want to see Jada Parker start winning. Let's do that. Let's see if that does anything. I doubt it will. But yeah. Anyways, let's not waste any more time because the last 2 episodes were quite long and I apologise for that. Let's just head straight into WWE Smackdown. Adrenaline in my soul. I don't know the words. Whoa. You know, Cody Rhodes is here. He's opening the show for SmackDown, but not to cut a promo or anything like that. You know, as we saw on Main Event last week, it was announced on social media that Mello, who, Carmelo Hayes, who talks a little bit of trash, saying that he'd slap Cody around. Cody has agreed to a one-on-one non-title match against Carmelo Hayes, and that is exactly how we are kicking off WWE SmackDown. So Cody Rhodes comes out to a 94, no pop change because his pop's already insane. But yeah, let's see how Carmelo Hayes fares against our WWE Undisputed Champion. And an 83. Not bad. I'll take that. Oh, they've got bad chemistry. Hold on a second. Whoa. So, in the first episode, Mello had a match against Apollo Crews. It got a pretty poor result because they had bad chemistry. We've now put Mello against arguably the biggest star on the roster, and he's got bad chemistry. Like, who does he have good chemistry with? Apart from, like, I don't know, Trick Williams or something. Like, Mello, come on. I hope it notes this down. Like, if I try and book this again, will it be like, hold on a second, they've got bad chemistry? But either way, Cody Rhodes gets the win. Good effort from Carmelo Hayes here, as you can see, you know, huge effort. But, you know, it's Cody Rhodes. 91 from the crowd. They loved it. 3-star match quality. That's probably due to the bad chemistry. And at 83 overall. Mello drops slightly. Cody increases slightly. So, yeah, Cody Rhodes has proven that Mello cannot slap him around. And he should probably know his place. Either way, let's move on to a tag team match. And this hasn't been listed as a #1 contenders match, but we can treat it that way because both these teams have been in good form. And from what we can see, one of them is in slightly better form. It is Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin of the Motor City Machine Guns that get the win over the Street Profits. Of course, we've got all these added little bonuses. They've got excellent chemistry. Finally, a popularity change for Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. It seems like their no momentum has disappeared. They've now got good momentum and putting on such an incredible match, impressed the crowd and raised the popularity of everyone involved, except these two, because they dropped in popularity because they lost. But a 63 crowd reaction, a 92 match quality, which I think is now our highest. I think the women's 6-man was our highest before, what was it, 87 or something like that? But we've now got a 92 match quality, almost 5 stars, and a 76 overall because the crowd just weren't massively into it. But a really good win here for Motor City Machine Gun, as you know, they're building literal momentum now, which is great to see. But also an excellent showing from Dorkington Ford. One thing I do wish that this game had, and creator of this game, if you are watching, perchance, probably not, I would love to see individual stats. So you see how we've got the match quality of 92. Like, why is that? Is that because these two are really good, or these two are really good, or 3 of the 4 are good? Like, it'd be cool to know who the weak link is, or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, minor criticism. Loving everything else though. Awesome, great win for Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. What they said last week kind of backed it up. So who knows, we might get a title match down the line. Moving on though, we head backstage where we have an odd interaction between our 2 United States champions. So Chelsea walks into the wrong locker room by accident, and she sees a man bent over pulling some interesting stretches in some very tight black leggings, trousers, flares, you know what Shinsuke wears. And she's like, oh, hello. And obviously Piper Niven has been told, stay alert, stay alert. There's a man in the locker room. Piper jumps in the way, picks up Chelsea and says, don't worry, Chelsea, I've got you. Hold on, it's okay. Whereas Chelsea's like, no, Piper, hold on a second. And you can see Chelsea is admiring the rear view that she is seeing. Eventually, though, the gentleman who is bent over stands up, stretches their back, and turns around. And it is, of course, our other United States champion, Shinsuke Nakamura, face full of dark, mysterious makeup, quite scary, intimidating, which, of course, makes Chelsea squeal. She's like, ah! She turns and leaves immediately with, you know, kind of mumbling to herself, Piper, what did I tell you? You need to blah, blah, blah. Yeah, just a funny little segment interaction between our 2 US champs. Shinsuke just being none the wiser of what just happened, just, you know, cracking on with it, I guess. But a nice little 78 segment, everyone raising in pop. Nice. We move on to just a standard one-on-one. You know, these 2 men will be in the Royal Rumble, so it'll be interesting to see who can build a bit of momentum as we head towards that event. It is The Miz taking on Rey Mysterio. And in a fairly decent match, not very good match quality though, it is Rey Mysterio who comes out with the win and the 619. The Miz apparently didn't put in much effort here, which is not good to see, but he's got a good gimmick, so we'll let him off. Mysterio with a pretty big jump of 0.6. I think that's quite a big jump for just a random win. But yeah, 85 crowd reaction. The crowd seemed to like it more than the actual match quality, which was a 66. But a 77 overall. Can't complain. Solid match. Rey Mysterio getting a win. Something that his 2 other LOW, not LLW, God. LWO, not LOW, LWO. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Members couldn't do. We head backstage now where Kathy Kelly has got Logan Paul, because we all love hearing from Logan Paul, and she just wants to talk to him about, you know, his loss a couple of weeks ago and just, you know, how he's feeling. And Logan Paul says that, you know, the match a couple of weeks ago was just a one-off. It was a blip in the bright career that I have ahead of me. You know, Seth can have his moment, but at the Rumble, Logan Paul is going to be the last one standing. Kathy then asks Logan Paul what his predictions are going to be for tonight's main event, where Seth Rollins and LA Knight will be teaming up to face the new Bloodline. Logan Paul kind of laughs for a minute and just says he doesn't care. He thinks it's kind of sad how Seth Rollins feels the need to stick his nose, his big nose at that, in everyone else's business. Like, the man's just desperate to be on TV, desperate to have attention, and that's just one of the many things that Logan Paul doesn't like about him. And Kathy's like, okay, thank you. And that's the end of this segment. But yeah, decent one, 84. I mean, Logan Paul not gaining any pop because his pop's already quite high. Same with Seth Rollins. In fact, he loses it because of this segment. Also, you know, the trash was... So that it kind of makes sense because I think Logan Paul makes a point here. You know, Seth Rollins loves to just always be involved. He loves to be that center of attention, you know. And Logan raises a good point here. You know, love him or hate him, it's true. And Kathy is just, you know, raking in the popularity. The more we see from Kathy, the more we love. And I think everyone can agree with that. But we head back to the ring now where Naomi has made her entrance. But before her match is about to get underway, she wants to cut a little promo. And she just cuts a little self-promo just saying, you know, that she will be in the Royal Rumble. It's confirmed she will be there. And she's going to make it her goal to be that last woman left in there and headline WrestleMania. Super generic promo, you know, just straight to the point, being like, hey guys, I'm in the Rumble. I'm going to try and win it. Let's do this. Woo! So her match is up next against Zelina Vega. 70 rating, not bad. And 63 in this one. You know, I wasn't expecting huge numbers. But Madison Eagles made her producing debut in this match and has done a good job. She had a little note. It's always nice when she got a double note. Wow, go on, Madison. 62 crowd reaction, you know, kind of two mid to mid-lower card stars here, and a 2-star match quality averaging to a 63. But yeah, decent match. Naomi gets the win as Zelina Vega puts in a solid showing, but of course gets the loss and therefore loses popularity. But post-match is where this gets interesting, because post-match it is Naomi who's celebrating her win, but suddenly the lights go off. And when they come back up, Alexa Bliss is in the center of the ring and has Naomi in the Sister Abigail and nails her to the mat with it. She then turns to approach Zelina Vega, who is now a little bit more recovered from the match, and tries crawling away. But Bliss grabs her by the hair, brings her in, and hits her with a spiked DDT, followed by a Sister Abigail on the outside. Alexa Bliss then slowly walks back up the ramp with a sinister smile on her face, and she has made one hell of a statement here, taking out both Naomi and Zelina Vega in pretty quick fashion. And yeah, is this something to see in the future? Will Alexa Bliss be this dominant as the weeks continue? Of course, all three of these women, just want to make a note, will feature in the Royal Rumble. 69, nice. And everyone jumping up in pop a little bit. I'll take it. Sticking with the women and the women's division, Nick Aldis, our GM, has called Bianca Belair to his office to discuss some news. So Nick welcomes Bianca to his office and asks her to take a seat. She sits down. She's a little bit confused, like what's going on. And Nick just begins talking. He says, now, Bianca, I've called you here to let you know that based on your recent performances in the last few weeks and your actions last week, you will not be competing in this year's Royal Rumble. The crowd are obviously a bit like, what? Bianca immediately stands up, agitated, and is like, what? She was like, I'm undefeated this year, Nick. Is it because of what I did to Tiffy? Come on, Nick. I mean, he stands up and raises his hand and says, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses. The reason that you are not competing in the Rumble this year is because, oh, Tiffany Stratton walks in. Miss Stratton, you're here. Perfect timing. Please, take a seat. Tiffany then sits next to Bianca. They're both, you know, giving each other dirty looks as Nick continues. As I was saying, the reason, Bianca, that you will not be competing in the Rumble is because you will already be quite busy that evening. Yes, that's right. You, Bianca, will be facing Tiffany Stratton one-on-one for the WWE Women's Championship. The crowd obviously are popped hard. You know, another title match announced for Royal Rumble. Bianca looks delighted, whereas Tiffy is very, very upset by this. You know, she tries to kind of come for Nick, ask him why, demand it being changed. But Nick is a very busy man. He just completely dismisses both women and says, okay, carry on with your evenings. Goodbye. Thank you. Bye-bye. 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 As Bianca is, you know, getting in Tiffy's face as they walk out of Nick's office. So there we go. Another match announced. It's another women's title match. Bianca Belair will be taking on, the champion Tiffany Stratton for, of course, the WWE Women's Championship. That should be a really good match. We stay backstage now as we slowly build to our main event tag team match, where AJ Styles has just asked for a sec to discuss some feelings that he has to get off of his chest. Jackie Redmond is on hand. I thought we'd give Kathy a little break. So Jackie's on hand, where she has AJ Styles, who just wants to get something off of his chest. He says, "Now, I, like many, saw how Melo called his shot against Cody last week. And while the kid's exactly not going straight to the main event, he's still put in a great showing this evening, and he's got a bright, bright future ahead of him. But my problem here is Cody. Cody, the champion. Cody, the head of our locker room, apparently. That man, the guy that young men on this roster should look up to, did nothing in that match but showed disrespect to Carmelo Hayes this evening. This was Cody's chance to teach lessons, show respect, show how you should be bringing these guys up, teaching them hard work, inspire them to get on his level. But instead, he just took this match, pandered to the crowd, beat down Melo, and then left. That is not how a world champion should act. That's not what a world champion should be like in WWE." And before Jackie can even get in a second question, AJ Styles is like, I'm done talking. I'll see you later. And just walks off. So yeah, AJ Styles very unhappy with the way in which Cody handled himself against Melo earlier this evening. You know, it was an opportunity for Cody Rhodes to maybe even speak to Melo, you know, before or after the match, you know, offer a handshake post-match, you know, do something to kind of show like, hey kid, maybe you're not at my level right now, but you've got the stuff. Because Melo does have the stuff. We know he's got the stuff. But Cody took this as an opportunity. You know, he milked his entrance. He got the win. He signed a few posters on his way out and left. And AJ Styles just isn't on board with that. So, AJ, use that as fuel, my dude, in the Royal Rumble. And who knows, you might come out on top. But yeah, lovely little story beat here. 87, everyone gains from that. Even Melo gets a little pop from that. Love to see it. Cody, not so much, because again, I mean, it's probably because of the rating, but also it's because I guess we're shining him in a not so favourable light, and some people probably aren't on board with that. But before we head straight into our tag team main event match, we do have an announcement, and I think we all saw this coming. Next week on Smackdown, it will be DIY versus Motor City Machine Gun for those tag team titles. We've got our commentators Wade Barrett and Joe Tessitore confirming that just now. So that will be that will be our main event next week. DIY, the WWE Tag Team Champions, taking on Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley of Motor City Machine Gun. Not much else to say, but it's happening. And now that takes us to our main event, where it is LA Knight and Seth Rollins taking on what it seems to be Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. So Solo Sikoa is standing ringside with Tangaloa as the other two members feature in this match. And an 85, I'll take that. We've got some drop-in pop from some people, but a load of stuff. There was a major spot in this match. Jacob Fatu just tosses Seth Rollins into the crowd, ramming him against numerous things, and eventually led to Seth Rollins jumping off of a high barricade onto Fatu, Tonga, and Tangaloa. Solo Sikoa, you know, keeping out the way. But yeah, 91 rated match here, or 91 rated, crowd reaction with a 76 match quality, 85 overall. Got a load of things here, you know. The Bloodline, they've got big momentum. Fatu is intimidating, huge effort, good tag team knowledge from Tama Tonga. LA Knight's got all the star power momentum you'd want. The same with Seth Rollins, you know, he's got that huge star power. The selling is on point. Tyson Kidd, our best producer, was on hand for this. And yeah, really, really good main event match. LA Knight and Seth Rollins coming out on top, both building that momentum towards the Royal Rumble. And again, just to comment, all of these men, maybe not Tangaloa, but all of these other men will be featuring in the Royal Rumble match. That's Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, and Seth Rollins. Tangaloa, we'll wait and see. But yeah, that is how we end this show. So let's see what we got as a final number. 84. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm going to try and aim for 80 plus every time. But as I've said before, it's not the end of the world if it goes down at all. I'm playing this for fun. We haven't really got a goal in mind except have a good time. But yeah, here are all the notes if anyone wants to read them. Most of these were kind of just scratch notes, not word for word. But it's just a good thing for me to follow while we run through the show. Because back in the TEW days, I used to have my little phone on a stand next to me and I'd be reading off a little baby boy screen. Whereas now we can do this with the side panel that I hide. But yeah, let's end the show. Not waste too much time. We'll check our mail. We'll fast forward on to Monday, see if anything interesting comes in. We've got 8 news items here. So Fergal Devitt, aka Finn Balor, has accepted our offer. So he is signed on again. The same with Io Sky. And the same with Dragon Lee. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That is exactly what we wanted to see. Plus all the SmackDown numbers. How do we do? Nice. Big boy money. Cool. Any other news here? Luther has extended with AEW. Shoma Kato. Roosh is getting a renewal. Nice. Let's progress to Monday. And then we'll quickly look at Collision. And if there was a New Japan show, we'll take a look at that as well. But yeah, I think that was a pretty good... sometimes it makes like a little boop noise. And I feel like... I always thought that was the mail noise. But I think that just means the new day is loaded. But we're here Monday. And it'll be interesting in the next episode to see if main event will... what's it called? Improve its quality now that it has TV time. And maybe we'll get some more viewers and attendances and stuff. But let's just take a look at this. Joe Hendry wins the TNA World title. Wow. So they must have had a pay-per-view event because we've got a bunch of champions here. So Spitfire, aka Danny Luna, leaves TNA. Why? Danny Luna could be good for what's it called? For NXT. Danny Luna. Is she now unemployed? No, she's got a written contract at Pro Wrestling Wave. Really? A Pro Wrestling Wave big enough to offer exclusive deals? Wow. Interesting. Pro Wrestling Wave. We'll have to take a quick look at those. But first, let's just jump into the mail. Promotional War. It's just going to be the same again, isn't it? A draw. Top 5 wrestlers with the best wrestling skill. Has someone improved in skill for us? Or has someone dropped at theirs? Wow. So it's a draw now. I mean, we obviously win. And oh no, I thought we won the Cool Factor then as well, but we didn't. And then who's New Japan? We won everything except Cool Factor again. Fair enough. Zilla Fatu will be touring with New Japan. Oh, that will be interesting. And then Joe Hendry on our shortlist has won the TNA World Championship. I thought he already had the World Championship. No? Don't know. Either way, that Zilla Fatu news is very interesting. Let's check out this TNA event. Let's get to the back end of the month, which is... So here was Friday Night Smackdown. Nothing was on the Friday. Saturday Collision. Let's take a look. We're just going to ignore all the angles. John Moxley defeats Hobbs at a 77. Swerve beats Hangman. They ran that back with an 87. Darby Allin defeats Nick in an 81. And then in the main event, a 100. Of course it is. They're literally... Takeshita is in the main event every single week. Then they're just putting him against the biggest star they have every week. So Takeshita and Omega with a 100. Yep, nice one. Anything else that happened on the Saturday? Nope. So on the Sunday, we should have TNA. Do we get TNA Genesis? Let's go all the way up here and take a look. Sold Out Arena. Lovely. A 45. Oh, that's not very good. So Laredo Kid defeated Frankie Kazarian. Mustafa Ali defeated Jonathan Gresham. Ignore those. Eric Young, JDC, and Alan Angels get the win against Macklin, Callahan, and Ryan Nemeth. Ash by Elegance gets the win against Jody Threat. Li Ying Lee continues her winning streak against Alicia Edwards. Steph Delander lost the title. Nick Nemeth defeats her for the digital media title. Moose retains his X Division title against Mike Santana. Masha Slamovich wins, I think. I think she wins the Knockouts World title against Zia Brookside and Savannah Evans. Ace Austin and Hammerstone retain against a very interesting duo of Elijah and Jeff Hardy. Tessa Blanchard and Masha Slamovich win or retain, I don't know, the Knockouts tag team. So Masha doing double duty wins both belts. Tessa, boo. And then in the main event, it was a 4-way match. Hammerstone doing double duty again. Joe Hendry defeats Hammerstone, Matt Cardona, and Eddie Edwards with a 62. Was that the highest of the night? I think it was. Joint with Steph and Nick Nemeth. Well, there we go. That is the end of this one. Just while I'm talking, I just want to see what Wave is about. Like, I've never really heard of them. Pro Wrestling Wave. Oh, they're based in Asia. They're regional. Okay, not much news here. Public Image 31. They're pretty small to be doing a written deal for Danny Luna, because these are all PPAs, right? PPA. Yeah. Wow, she must really want to go to Japan if she's signing a written deal. But fair enough, you know, why not? Yeah, that is the end of this one. Let's just end it how we always do. I don't know why I left the event histories. Yeah, that was SmackDown. Next week we have got Raw and main event, of course, as we slowly get closer and closer to WWE Royal Rumble. I think we've got two more Raws, 2 more SmackDowns, I think. And then we are there. Actually, I want to check that. I'm really sorry. I'm all over the place. Let's ignore those and just do shows. Oh, we've actually got quite... Oh, here we go. Yeah, so we've got next week... Yeah, we've got 2 more Raws, 2 more SmackDowns, and then it is the WWE Royal Rumble. So, yeah, very exciting. There might be 1 more match. I'm not too sure. I think it might just be the 3 title matches and the Royal Rumble matches, I think. Because that's 5 matches. They're all probably going to be quite lengthy. We'll see. We'll see. But with that, thank you very much, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Do it all. I appreciate you. And I will see each and every one of you in the next one.